All right, let's get started here. This is Jonathan Lowe, 2018 30K Challenge. This is going to talk about trading psychology, not all the ins and outs of it, but just in my opinion, how to avoid, fear of missing out and fear of losses and mismanaging trades and things like that. Why most people don't succeed and things. I'll be going over in just, my beliefs in that. Okay. But before we go on, let's give a disclaimer here. I am not a professional financial advisor. I do not have a degree in finances. Overall, I am not a profitable trader. Yeah, I've lost more money than I've made, but I'm making great strides in my education, and I think I'm about to turn a corner here. And that's really the whole reason why I'm doing the 2018 30K challenge. I believe that I can start from zero, and with the education that I've had over the last couple years, turn a small account, $4 or $5 thousand into a $30,000 by the end of the year. Okay. This information is for educational purposes only. I'm here to encourage people that they can do great things if they put their mind to it and have a plan and have a mentor. I am not making investment suggestions, nor should anything you see, read, or listen to constitute or imply any investment advice. Always seek the counsel of your professional financial advisor before making any investment. By viewing this video, you agree not to hold Jonathan Lowe, which is me, and or any of my assets liable for losses that you encounter while trading the stock market in any form. This is just my theory based on my own trading experience, okay? All right, let's go forward here. First of all, people, don't want to fail. When you give people an opportunity, no, everyone wants opportunity. Everyone's looking for an opportunity to make money, to, improve their lives, but only a few really are, able to manage the risk when any opportunity comes before them and turn that, opportunity into a winner. And it doesn't matter if you're talking about real estate, a business, stock advice, career choice, going back to education, whatever. But most people don't have no problem um, going back to education, spending another 10, 20, $30,000 for a degree, only to continue to trade time for dollars, which I'm sure you guys know. Trading time for dollars will not constitute financial success, in my opinion. Just read Rich Dad Poor Dad, okay, by Robert Kiyosaki. Well, anyway, everyone wants to be a winner. Nobody wants to be a loser, and so you have a little bit of fear out there. People don't want to try something and be wrong. In fact, people want uh, easy success. No one wants to fail. They want, um, to not put too much effort in because we're all inherently a bit lazy and don't want to work for it. Really, I'd rather just sit down and in my massage chair and have my wife, make me dinner and not do any dishes or anything like that. But I need to, go out there and work. I need to help my wife cook and clean, and because it's a partnership. But if you really ask me, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do it. I just want the easy life. And so do we all. Okay, but it doesn't work that way. We have to put time and effort into becoming a skilled professional, whether it be stock trading, a surgeon, financial advisor, a firefighter, a professional tennis player, an engineer, whatever. You have to put time and effort into it. Okay. People love being right. And there's nothing better than making a stock trade and being right and making a winner. And part of the trading psychology is, it's like, man, you get into a trade and all of a sudden it starts going red on you, and you don't want to close it, because you think it's still a winner. You hang on, it gets bigger and bigger losses, and next you know you're emotionally spent because you lost way too much money when you should have just exited at your specific stop loss. And that's part of trading, learning how to just take a loss. And really, let me just get this really clear. If you're going to be a stock investor, it's not about being right, it's not about being wrong. It's about seeing your edge, taking your trade, and if the trade hits your stop, you're out. And if it makes you money, you take profit. That's it. It's more about limiting your losses and letting your winners be bigger than your losses. And that's all it is. Okay? So let's just get that straight. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about managing risk and making money. But when we do this, the facts, cold hard facts is 90% of the people who do this, they lose money. 90%. But there's a reason why that is, a very good reason why. They don't have the education which leads to the skill and the practice of trading to become successful long term. They just are not able to do it long term. Okay, and that's whether day trading or long term investing or swing trading, doesn't really matter. If you don't have the proper education and the discipline and built up that skill, most likely you'll be part of that 90%. Okay, but there's good reason, um, that the stock market is sort of an awesome place. Okay, and the reason why I like the stock market is because I think it's the purest form of free market. There's only a few restrictions, and most people can meet them, one way or another. You can be 18 years or older, have money. You only need a couple $1,000s to start, and you have to follow some trading rules, that you can look up and understand before you trade. And there are some fees and commissions that you have to pay, and that's just the price to you have to pay um, to participate in this free market. But there's companies like Tasty Works that you can make a trade to get in for $1, and it only costs you, and it doesn't cost you anything to exit your trade. So you can put on a trade for $1, which is crazy, crazy. To be able to have possibly a winning trade. 20, 30, 40% return on investment, maybe even 100% return on investment in a day, and it only costs you $1. That is pretty cool. The market doesn't care, doesn't know what your economic status is, your ethnicity, what cultural background you come from. It doesn't know that I have a 2-year degree or a master's or a doctorate. It doesn't care. It doesn't know. It doesn't matter if I'm hardworking or lazy. It doesn't matter if I'm a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, an atheist, agnostic. Only you just need to be 18 years or older, have some money, follow a couple rules, you know so I give up a little peeve I have about when people say, oh, hey, this United States government or United States is full of racism, and there's communities that are trying to keep other communities down. And I really don't believe in any of that anymore. Not that I really believed in it, before. Yeah, do I believe that there's racism? Do I believe that there's discrimination going on out there? Yes, I do. There is some, but you can overcome it. And I'm telling you right now, the stock market, I just showed you right there. 18 years older, have some money, and you can come play. You can come in and see if you're, good enough to, take money out of the market, or if the market's going to take your money. It is a pure free market. We don't care who you are. No one knows who you are. Just come and come play. Okay? But if you come and play and you don't have an education and you didn't work at building up a skill set, you're going to lose your money. And there's going to be 6 skills that you have to have in order to become um, a more likely successful trader at the end that I'll show you. Without those things, you're just going to come in and lose your money eventually. Over time, you will lose your money. Okay? But it is a free market and there is no discrimination or racism in the stock market. Come in and play, but get your education first. You can not practice surgery without a license, right? You need to get a bachelor degree, then you need to go to medical school, then you got to go into internship, and then a surgery, uh, residency before you can do this on your own. Why? Because the risk is too great to harm a patient without the proper education. You'll never be able to do this. Okay? But in the stock market, they don't really care. Come on in and play. Okay? So this is one of the reasons why people lose money in the stock market because they don't have the education. There's no way you're going to practice surgery on somebody without having the proper education. No one's going to let me do an appendectomy on them when they know I'm just a firefighter. No way. The risk is too high. But the market doesn't care. Come on in and play. You can't go into a burning building with some, a turnout gear and a fire hose and expect to successfully put out a burning fire without getting hurt if you don't have the proper training. Besides, the firemen and the police will stop you from going in there and doing it anyway. But you get my point? My point is that in order to come and be successful in whatever endeavor you're doing, you have to have a skill set. And most people who come into the stock market do not have any skill set, which is the reason why they lose their money, including me. So don't do this. Learn the skill before you trade. A lot of people, when they come and get an educate or get an opportunity, that's placed before them, they do a little investigation. Maybe they might put a little fee to, join a chat room. But ultimately, it goes, yeah, it didn't work for me. They don't really know what they're talking about, and I lost some money and blah blah blah. Really, I believe there's a lot of good opportunities out there, and a lot of these systems work. The problem is that people do not put the effort in to succeed. Because really, if you really put a lot of effort in and you really succeed and you didn't succeed, it hurt you financially, emotionally, and you'd feel embarrassment saying that, oh man, it didn't work. I really tried really hard and it didn't work. And it's possible that may happen. You may not become a successful stock trader. Okay. But really, the surefire way of not to succeed is not giving it your all. You have to give this your best effort. I talked to a guy, this week, and he told me that, he's, trying to swing trade and day trade, on his phone, and he misses some opportunities. The market goes against him when he's not looking. And I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that unless you really know how to set some stop losses. Swing trading, you could probably do it on a cell phone. I know my good friend Chris does it. He's really good at it. Talk to him if you want to learn how to swing trade on a mobile phone. But for me, I can't do it, at least not yet. And that's not what I'm teaching. You cannot day trade on a mobile phone successfully for a long term. No way. Okay. You have to give it your best effort. You have to do it the right way. So how are we going to minimize, the pain financially, emotionally, and mentally? Okay. And, like I keep on saying it, we have to be educated. You're going to learn how to become a professional risk manager. We are managers of risk, okay? And we manage our risk by learning how to where we're going to enter, what's our target, where's our stop loss. We're gonna know how to do that quickly and efficiently. We have to learn how to draw lines on a chart um, technically and know when to take those trades when price action hits those lines and things like that. That's where the education comes in. And when you know all that and you do that really well and you can do it efficiently and quickly, then you just increased your odds of becoming a successful trader exponentially. Okay. And all the thing I'm telling you to do now is risk time. I'm asking you to spend time learning how to do this correctly. Okay? Not asking you to invest in, my channel or not. My channel's free. My information is free. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm gonna post my wins and losses, and over time you'll see that hopefully I'm making more money than I'm losing, and it's gonna be coming from pretty much the same trading pattern that I've been using as of recently, and it's been working out really well. Uh, the times that I lose money is when I fall away from my trading setup and my regiment, and I start taking trades that are stupid, that just chasing, trying to make back losses, which is called revenge trading. That's when I take the biggest losses. And and it's basically going against everything that I want to teach you and everything that is I've been trained to do. Okay, and so this is real, man. This is uh, you can become emotionally caught up in the situation of greed or losses, and it makes you do some really dumb stuff sometimes. Okay, so for me in 2018, I'm calling this the 2018 30K challenge. I'm really only going to be investing time this year. Time investing, and I'm going to invest time, my spare time, driving Uber and earning money that way. I've started an account. I've had about $1,800 in it. I made a couple of trades in it already. A couple losers, a couple winners, and a couple I don't know yet because we haven't closed the trade yet. But that's how I am going to only be risking my time this year. Um, that time that I'm risking, I'll never get it back. But I think it's worth it. And, I'm here to try to inspire people that they can start from zero education and zero money and create something awesome this year in 2018. And maybe you just watch me in 2018 and 2019. Maybe you go out and say, some John did it. I'm going to try it for myself and see if I can do something awesome. Okay. And so, really, once again, I'm just trading time for dollars and time to become a better trader. So, really, I'm not risking money that I earn from my job. I'm risking money that I'm earning from Uber. If you want to drive Uber, that's great. If you want to get a part-time job and make that money, so you can use that money to invest in the stock market, so you're not, risking your hard-earned savings or whatever else. That's the way I would suggest doing it. Investing your time. Okay. Yeah, time is your most valuable asset, and I think a lot of people have more time than they think they do. And there's a lot of sacrifices that will need to happen in order for you to become a successful trader. You got to give stuff up. I've given up a lot of fishing and a lot of tennis over the last couple of years to learn this skill, and hopefully it pays off for me. Okay. Some people, they do have this might be their season of life where they really don't have time or money. And stock investing is not for everyone, and it's not the answer for you if you don't have time to do your homework, to study charts, to learn a skill, and to earn extra money to learn how to invest it. Okay, so you're gonna have to do some research on the internet and try and find something that works for you. Maybe you do an Amazon store or an eBay store or something like that. Maybe you have a passion for that. Okay. But for those who want to learn how to invest their time and learning a new skill in the stock market, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how not to risk any money until you're very comfortable with the process, and I beg you not to trade real money until you have this skill. I've talked to several people already who, just by talking to them, I know they don't know what setup, to use, and they're trying different setups, and none of them are working, and they get confused, and they're just trying to make trades and thinking this is good, this looks good, and maybe it goes well from in the beginning, but then it turns red, and one guy said, "Dude, every time 9 out of 10 trades I take as a loser, and I get it. I've done that. I am that person. But as of late, I really think I found my niche, the way I trade. It seems like a high probability setup, and I want to show that to you guys, okay? And yeah, so I want you to learn that really well before you trade any money. I want you to learn how to make those trades, how to recognize them, and get really comfortable with that process of making money in the simulator and then going and trying it in real life, okay? Most everything I'm going to recommend to you is free, but you have to invest your time and do your homework. Okay. Um, yeah, you can look up, all this stuff. I'm going to make a bunch of videos, and those videos are going to direct you on how to do it. You just have to watch the video and start doing your homework. Okay. These are the 6 mandatory skills you must learn. Okay. You have to learn this. Okay. For trading my style. And this probably applies to a lot of other trading styles too. Okay. Uh, you know, Trading psychology, I think most of that will go away if you have the proper education. If you know exactly when to get in, and not try to take other trades, you won't have the fear of missing out because either your trade is there or it's not. Okay. Mastering risk management, knowing exactly what your entry price is, where your stop is, what's your profit window. I'll show you how to do that. Hey, my risk management video is already out there. Watch it. It goes over an example of a perfect example of how that works. Okay. Drawing lines on a technical chart, that takes 8 hours. It's not hard. It's not hard, but you do have to learn how to use a new software, a stock trading software, and that takes time and effort to get comfortable. Put it in. You're not going to learn it overnight. Put in the time and effort. Know how to, create a 9 exponential moving average, a 20 exponential moving average, a 50, a 100, a 200 simple moving average. Know how to create a VWAP and know how to recognize those things. Okay. Then you have to start reading candlesticks, price action in real time. Know what a setup is looking like before it happens. Know what the candlesticks and how it reacts to technical lines on the chart before your setup happens. It happens every single day. Setups happen every single day. Okay, and it's just a matter of when you are watching the right chart at the right time and recognize that setup and have the ability to take that trade. Okay, and once again, it's not whether or not you're right or wrong. It's whether or not you just take your trade when it's your time, and either you're going to take a small loss or you're going to have a bigger win. That's all there is to it. It's nothing more than that. Okay. Um, Master executing trades in a brokerage platform. Okay. You have to, once you recognize it on your chart, how do you enter this trade in your brokerage platform? Whether you're using Tastyworks or TOS or SureTrader or SpeedTrader or E-Trade, whatever you use. I'm gonna be recommending people use Tastyworks because their commissions are super low. It costs you $1 per contract to get in and no exit fees. That's an incredible opportunity they're giving us. That guy is an awesome person who Tom, who created that. Okay. And the last part, and this is the part that once again I told you guys I'm working on mastering trade management. Mentally. When a trade goes against me, psychologically, do I try to make that money back and all of a sudden break all my other rules just because I want to make this money back? And this is the part that I'm working on myself, okay? So if you guys have any questions about this, shoot me a message. Please let me know if you like it. Subscribe to my channel. Please let other people know about this. I really want to help people make money and get confident at, stock trading, um, and, being successful out there, and living the dreams and goals that you want to. And for me, it's about helping people, helping other people. And that's really my heart, and I'll share more about that in another video. Okay. All right. Hope this, sorry if this is too long, but it's really important stuff, and I hope this makes sense. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.